This is Jato village in the West African country of Cameroon. It's a village with a population of about 500 people. And right here is a view of the village dispensary. It's like a health center where the women have their babies here. And that's about the main thing that this health center offers. There's nothing else available for them. The only thing they do is to offer help to delivery. And when these ladies have their babies, they also expect help with things like clothes, lotions for the children, because they don't have any of those things. Every now and then, people who have may donate maybe blankets, baby blankets, and a few baby clothes, but usually they run out of those things. And so at this point, we're going to take a closer look at the dispensary or the health center to see what exactly is going on, what kind of things they do, how do they help the women, how do they handle it. And standing right here is the main worker. And I would like for you, sir, to introduce yourself and tell us your name. First, what is your name, sir?
Yeah, my name is Ngek Alfred.
Okay, Ngek Alfred. And you are the main worker here. You're a nurse.
Yes.
What is the main problem you're facing here in the village?
Yeah, I'm facing quite a good number of problems. And you know, at the village level, we are limited actually in all aspects. But actually, the main problem that is worrying us is that we don't have drugs at times.
What kind of drugs? When you say drugs, like what?
Yeah, drugs like malaria drugs. And you know, we are in a mosquito-infested area.
Yes.
And we need those anti-malaria drugs to be available all the times. But most of the time we run out of them, and people come, you know, they have malaria, but you cannot treat them because the drugs are not there. And some of them grew anemic, and before you are sending to the hospital, the hemoglobins have dropped to the level that they need blood transfusion. And at times, you will refer some, and they will not even go because they don't have the transport means to reach the hospital. And most babies will die in their houses just because.
So most babies that are born here usually die because of those transportation problems. They don't have immediate care drugs to take care of them.
Actually.
Yes. Standing next to you is the midwife here, and her name is Martha Jicom. Martha, how are you?
Fine.
What are some of the problems you're having here as a midwife? You're the only midwife in this health center here. What are the problems you face here?
Only in delivery.
You face problems in delivery.
Yes.
You deliver the babies alone.
Yes.
And what major problems do you have?
Some of the women, they attend the clinic, then I attend with them. Then when I refer them somewhere to the hospital, they don't go because of money.
Okay, so every time you see a problem and you refer them to a bigger hospital,
Yes.
they refuse to go.
Yes.
And I hear that one of the women died in the village about 1 month ago.
Yes.
And she left her baby. What happened?
She did not attend clinics. She delivered in the house. So I was not there.
You were not there?
Yes.
Because she didn't want to attend clinic.
Yes.
And you don't know why she did not want to attend? Maybe because of money or something? Do they pay to attend this clinic here?
Yes.
They pay?
Yes.
How much do they pay?
7,000 francs.
Oh, for you to deliver them, they pay 7,000?
Yes.
Okay. 7,000 would be about $14 US. So that's why she decided to have the baby in the house,
Yes.
because of that. Okay, let us go inside and see what you have on the inside of your dispensary, and introduce us to what you have available here.
is the delivery room.
Okay, this is a delivery room.
Yes.
Okay.
Delivery bed.
It's a delivery bed. It's a locally made wooden bed. It's locally made with a plastic on it, and those are your gloves. Do you use these gloves one time, or do you repeat to use the same gloves?
I use it one time.
So when you use it, you don't use it again?
Yes.
So do you have some more gloves?
No.
So when you don't have gloves, what do you do? When the women come, you do what?
I order some.
Okay, you order some.
Yes.
Okay. So this is your delivery room here. And what do you do in this other room? I see a bamboo bed. So what do you do with this one here?
This is where they used to rest.
Oh, after they have the baby.
Yes.
This is their resting bed right here. Okay, and you use this grass mattress to put it on there. Do you have bed sheets for them?
No.
So, but I'm asking, why do you, all these gloves you're drying, why do you dry the gloves? Do you want to use them again? Or why, or you're just putting them here? Or do you use the gloves, you wash them and come back and use them? I don't know. Tell me about these gloves.
I will always throw them.
Okay, yes. So you leave them here and then you throw them away later on?
Yes.
Okay. Don't you think it would be good to put them like in a bag somewhere after you use them, and then you can throw them away later? Okay, so, and that is the only mosquito net. So there's just one bed in here. And what about this other room?
This is the consultation room.
Oh, this is a consultation room. Okay, so they sit here on this bench and you consult them on your table there. Okay, that's good. So, well, thank you very much for your, for just letting us have the opportunity to see what you're doing here in the village. And we hope that we can be able to, we're not going to be able to do all the help at one time, but we hope that we can be able to get some help for you in some of the things that are very important here in the village. And I hope you guys continue to do the good work that you're doing. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And God bless you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This is the development committee of the village in Cameroon. This committee is found in a village called Jato in Cameroon, West Africa. We just had a meeting with them about their village and how they're planning to move forward with this village. So I'm going to ask a few questions to some of the leaders of the village and their problems that they have. I'm going to start first of all with the school leader. Seated there to my right is the chairperson of the school, and he's called Alfred. Alfred, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you?
Fine.
What is the major problem that you are facing as a chairman in the school committee?
Well, the school committee of Jato, we had a lot of problems that we're facing. First, the employment of teachers. First, secondly, we need structure for the school. We need a lot of things, that textbook for the children. Some of the parents are unable to pay the school fees for the children. And for all this, it brings us a lot of problems. So there are so many things that we cannot enumerate. If at all my section will have some of them that can enumerate.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
The chairman says you have more knowledge about what is needed in your community in your village school, what are some of the things that you think if you had, then your school would do better?
Some of the things he has already enumerated and left out certain things. So like listen, playground matters. We have things like let me say the need for a kitchen, the need for a school feeding, things to attract the children like a band. Most especially we have the band which is insufficient. We need the band supplies, such type of things like say textbooks, where they need a lot of textbooks, then teaching aids. The teachers.
What is the average price of a textbook in your school?
Well, average price of the textbooks, let me say like from classes 1 to 6, I cannot exactly estimate, because most especially we need things like readers, workbooks for the readers.
And you don't know the price of a reader?
Well, the price of a reader, and this may cost, might, not exact, 4,500 francs Cameroon currency.
Okay, which is about 4,500 is CFA is about $9 US dollars.
Okay, which now in this sense, say like Lacombe's, where we call Lacombe's.
That's the math book, that's mathematics book.
Mathematics textbooks.
Okay.
That is what I mean by Lacombe's.
That's the Cameroon version of the math textbook.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So many other things maybe I must have enumerated just a few.
Just those few. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. The next person here is the chairperson of the Village Development Committee. So what are you working on in your village towards development? What are the projects that you have? Do you have any projects that you are working on to improve your village?
Yes. Some of them are our church building. We are lack of a good church building, health center, a red house, a community hall. All those who don't have it. And again, our road leading to our village through the village, we don't have any road. So those are all that we are facing in our village.
Do you have anything you produce in this village that is sold outside of the village, like agriculture? What kind of things do you produce here?
Okay, in our village here, we produce something like rice, beans, granite, cassava, corn, banana, plantain, coffee, and cocoa.
Okay, you produce coffee and cocoa and you export that.
Yes.
So how do you transport that from the village? How do you transport coffee, cocoa, all those things to the village?
We use our foot to trade with it.
So you carry them on your head, on your back?
On our head and trade
Okay, because
to
of the
another
road.
village to sell.
Oh, because of the road problems.
Yes.
Okay. Well, these are, like I said, these are the executive members of the of Jato village in Africa. This country is called Cameroon, and I just had an interview with a few of them, of the members of the development committee of the school and also of the whole village. And so hopefully we hope that we will be able to see in what way we can sensitize people to help not just your village but other villages here in Africa. Did anybody else have something else to say?
Yes, something that's been left out. These children, they don't have any good drinking water around the school.
Okay, so you also have drinking water problems.
Yes, there's no water around the school.
Okay.
Another thing is the first aid box. Most of them are suffering when they are sick. They are always carried away from the school premises to the hospital. Sometimes it is very hard. The transportation is hard because there's no road. So the school needs a first aid box. And a tap that can help the children. Because they don't have any good drinking water.
Okay.
Also the teachers' quarter.
Oh, you also, you say you also need the...
teachers' quarter.
Okay, you also need the teachers' quarter. Okay, where will that be?
Around the school premises.
Around the school premises, okay. Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate you for being kind enough to at least to have this conversation with me, and I hope that we'll pray that God will help us in a way that can improve your village. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And this is a feeding program we just started with children, mostly breakfast in the morning. We feed them with essential things to help them because a lot of them are not well nourished. So you will see a few of the pictures. We have one of our helpers here working, preparing to feed the children. Good morning, Nelly.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So what are you preparing? What is that?
Here for breakfast we have tea and bread spread with chocolate.
Are you giving children tea, or do you have Ovaltine here? Is it?
Yeah, we have Ovaltine, we have milk, we have sugar.
Okay, so you prepare everything and give them.
Yeah.
About how many children do you have this morning? Just do a head count. How many children are you feeding this morning?
We have probably 25 to 30.
Okay, about 25 to 30 children. Well, this is a very little fraction of the number of children in the village here, but this is all we can do for now. We are not able to feed more than this number in a day because it takes quite a lot of expenses to feed them. But a little is better than nothing, so we're trying to do the best we can. Every time we come here to the village, we try to do something that will, save the future generation. They are being served bread first, and then after that they will have something to drink, which is basically a malt drink called Ovaltine. We mix it with some dry milk, and then we put a little bit of sugar there and make sure every one of them has this, and this is a real treasure for them. Thank you very much. This is a typical example of an African village farmer. They do subsistence farming, but some of the crops are used for cash, and some is used for food. So that's why we call it subsistence farming. Whatever they sell still ends up in buying something they can't produce on the farms. So here's an example of one of the children here. He's actually on vacation right now, and he's helping the parents to work on this farm. So I'm going to go a little bit closer to him so you see exactly what he's doing. Asha for walk. And Lokote, what is your name?
Gabon Titus.
Your name is who?
Gabon Titus.
How old are you? You know your age?
No.
You don't know your age? You're in what class? What class are you?
I'm in class 5.
You're in class 5. Okay, so you're going to class 5 or you're going to class 6?
Class 6.
You're going to class 6. Okay. If you're going to class 6, then maybe you are about 11 years old. Wow. Asha, you're doing a good job, okay? So you're going to work like this. What time did you start working today? Do you know you came in the morning or you just came now?
I just came in the morning.
Oh, you came in the morning. Have you eaten?
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. So you're helping your father to work here.
Yes.
What are you going to plant?
Potato.
Potatoes? Okay, that's very good. Okay, thank you. Continue your working. Eh? Thank you very much. This is where they came ever since in the morning. It's about 2 o'clock right now. I think maybe they came here about 9, 10, so they've done quite a bit. All of this is how much they worked ever since they came, and they're still going to spend the rest of the day working. I'll go down a little bit and interview. I don't know if this is his dad or whoever it is. There are about 3 of them working on this field, so let me go closer to the other one. This is part of the bush they have to all put down and work. They're actually putting down the bushes with their hands at the same time and making some ridges where they intend to plant potatoes. Basically, the yam type of potatoes, and that's the daddy, I think. Good afternoon. Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, afternoon.
How are you?
Fine.
Okay, what is your name?
Felix.
Felix, is that your son?
No.
Who is that?
My small brother.
Oh, that one is your little brother. Do you know his age?
Yes.
How old is he?
11 years.
Oh, he's 11 years?
Yes.
Okay. So you're working here like this. You started working here today, or did you start yesterday?
Today.
Just today?
Yes.
And you did all this?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. So you intend to plant potatoes? Okay, sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Okay, that's very good. Well, I was just trying to, because I used to do this also, but I don't know if I can do it now. Maybe I can try. I don't know. Okay. I will try to see if I can try to see if I can remember how we used to walk. Sanufa ho. Awa. Leonda. Julius, okay. How long ago? Okay, how old are you, Julius?
12 years.
You're 12 years?
Yes.
Wow, and you're working very hard like this?
Yes.
What? I'm tired. This is how I used to work. This is a very little section of the primary school in Jato village in Africa, Cameroon, Africa. And these children are lined up to for their names to be written down for donation of textbooks. A lot of them don't have books at school. They don't have uniforms. You can see all of them are barefooted. They don't have any shoes on, and the list goes on and on. But for right now at Savior Village, what we're trying to do is provide them with the basic books. Just provide them with textbooks, math, and reading for a start. And later on, we intend to go on with uniforms, shoes, see if we could pay for the fees. Each one of these kids' parents have to pay $14 for their fees, for the annual fees, and they can't afford it. So we're trying to make sure we have the necessary supplies for them for this school year to 2012-2013. Again, this is not all of them. It's just the cross-section of the kids lined up according to their grade level or their classes. So we'll do a count of them and see how many books we need to supply. Basically, each one of them is going to receive 4 books, hopefully, if we have the means. The textbook, the workbook for reading, and the textbook and the workbook for math. So for a start, and after that we go from there on. Each textbook is about $9, and the workbook, each workbook is about $5. So each one of these kids is worth maybe about $14 or so. A lot of them have parents who don't have what it takes to educate them. Some of them have never been to school. They're actually over age. I'm going to go to a few of them that have never been to school. Even though they are of school age, they are basically, I'm trying to make sure they go to school this coming school year, 2012-2013. This right here, the little tall boy touching his nose, looking at me, he's never been to a school. I don't know why. I didn't care to ask. He doesn't know who his parents are, doesn't know the name of the parents. A lot of these kids don't know their ages, so I don't even know how old they are, but I know just looking at the height and everything else, I know they should be of school age. Because when I was growing up, if you could put your hands across your head to touch your ears, then you're of school age. So I'm going to ask a few of them to put their hands across their head. Okay, we able to if you able to look class 1 and the put naka 2 naga some mbomo to dan ko kom tu ko mo na ren gumbam su gunu gumva Much chiri too. Much chiri too. Katu toro suko gamanto mikamuku. So I'm telling them to put their hands across the ear. That's the only way to tell the age. If the hand touches the ear, then they should be about 6 years old. So those ones will send them to school. But if their hands don't touch, then they really won't be able to go to school this year, maybe next year. So, but this is about it. We're about to do an enrollment. We will do a head count. There should be probably about 130 something, about 100, between 135, 150 kids that will need books to supply to. Each kid costing about $14 for 4 books. So we hope we should be able to do this also. And if you see the need to help, please help us. You can donate for 1 child, 2 children, 5 children, or whatever God lays in your heart. But this is what we're trying to do with Save a Village in Africa. We're still in the enrollment process. We're still making sure we get every child, the child's complete names, the names of the parents, just to make sure when we send the books, we know exactly how much quantity of books we're sending to these children, to make sure no one is missed out. Even those of them who are still not here, we may have to continue. We might have to continue tomorrow, 1 more day of enrollment. All right,
Brenda.
problems pronouncing their names. They can't say the names well. They don't know the parents' names. What is your father's name? Okay, you can't do that. You can't Okay, what is this? Augustine, what's his father's name, his parents' name? Gemda who? Benjamin, okay. Okay, the name that the father's name is Benjamin. Village children have a way of creating their own toys. They use oranges, young orange fruits that are not ripe yet, and then they use a stick. They pass the stick across the orange, and then that's the toy. And I'll just let you watch how they use the toy, and that's the way they find fun. They create their own toys and have fun at their own level, and I think it's good also.
On a bed.
The spin. This is a view of the village water tank. It's very, very rudimentary. It has a lot to be done. The water is not really purified. It's filtered, but it's not purified. So they need cleaner water. At least we have a good source of water. Only thing we need at this point is to make a bigger tank and then bring in cleaner water supply for the whole village. But at this point, there's just maybe 1 or 2 houses in the village that have a supply of water. But the whole village actually has public taps outside in 2 spots where those who live in the northern part of the village fetch water, and those who live in the southern part also fetch water. But this is a view of the water supply in Jato village, Cameroon in West Africa. This is the main source of water for the village. That's where the water was collected for the water tank we just saw a few minutes ago. This is the source of our inspiration in this village. Everybody loves here. It's a place where people come and take their baths here. People come and just, stand here, just admire the water. All right, this right here is where people cross here, across from this end of the stream to that way end. You have to jump stones. You have to jump from the stone, that line, jump across, and keep jumping. you jump until you find your way across the stream. So, but right now we're trying to form a community service where you see the villagers can break down the stones and form a bridge across. But right now, if you need to go across and go above the hill, you have to walk across by jumping on one stone to the other. You put your legs here, you jump here, and you put your legs there, you jump until you find yourself over here. A quick view of the village, just a cross section of a few of the houses, how people live. Now this house here is a kitchen. This is where they cook their food, and the sleeping house is this one right here. That's where they go in. The bedroom is in there, the living room, and this is for a middle class family in the village. So middle to upper class family in the village, they have a separate place where they cook and a place where they live and spend the night. Now with other families, it's just one house where they have the cooking and the living and the sleeping the same, or everything within the same house, like we saw in the previous video. This is a cross section of the village, a view of the village. Behind most houses you have little patches of huts where they take their baths. The bathroom, I call it the restroom. It's made from straw, little sticks put together, and this is where they take their bath. This is the rear view, and that's the door and the stand on that little flap and the little wooden flap, and then the stand, maybe they put their soap on the stone, and that's the bathroom right there. That's a bathroom. And here is another family house. Now this is the different type of family house where the kitchen is the door to the left, and then they come out and sleep in right in front of us where the little child is standing. So there's different designs. Now another style is this right here where the kitchen is just outright a little hut with no walls, you know. They come out here and cook, and then after cooking they go back to the main house. And the main house is, let's see, it's like, this is the living room right here. And the living room has there's somebody sleeping. That's the mother of the house. She's been sick for a while, so this is her bed. This is where she sleeps. She has a little mat on the floor with wood to the corner for burning, but this is the living room. After cooking outside, then they come in here and spend the night here. The bedroom is just, that's the door to the bedroom right there. There's two bedrooms in this one. Not many people in the village are able to afford this, having a separate kitchen and a living room. So she's been sick for a while. The children are always following me wherever I go, so I can't really do what I want to do. But I'll try to see if you can have a picture of a view of her. But she's been sick for a while. Okay, we are in a bookstore in Cameroon, Africa, and the name of this bookstore is Pressbook. Okay, Pressbook. You sell textbooks, and what other kind of books do you sell?
We sell books for professional courses and books for other leisure reading.
Okay.
I will say that we're in Pressbook. It's a mission-owned bookshop.
Okay, it's owned by the Presbyterian
Church in Cameroon.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Thompson Clement.
Thanks, Thompson Clement.
Yeah, that's the
so
manager.
you've been selling this for how long?
I am in this particular shop now, coming back for the second time. I
Okay.
worked here some time ago. Went on transfer stay for 10 years.
Okay.
I'm back again. This is the third year I'm making.
So
I've
do
been in the
you
business for
work
19
with the
years.
government? Do you work with the government on deciding what books to sell, or do you just buy them, or how do you do it?
There is a program which the government put out for the schools.
Yes.
And all the textbooks which we are selling is what is recommended by the government. You don't
Okay.
say any.
That's what the
textbook out of
government
that.
recommends.
Yes.
And for how long can the students use one textbook? For how many years?
A textbook is recommended for 5 years.
5 years.
After
So
5
every
years,
5 years they change. They revise
They
and
revise the
revisit.
book, yes.
Okay, so this year or this past year, what is the title of the book they were using?
For the next 3 years running, 2 years are already gone. We have 3 more years for this series. Basic English for Cameroon schools. It's a basic English for Cameroon school. It must be for Cameroon school. This is book 1. It's a 6-trip course. That means a child who enter in year 1, you use one for year 1, year 2, year 3, till you move out of.
So it goes like this from 1 all the way to
6.
To 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
they moved along the text and the workbook. Where you
So
read.
they have. Is this the text or the workbook?
This is a text,
Okay.
people's book.
Okay.
This is its workbook.
Oh, okay.
Workbook 1.
So this is the workbook.
Yes, and this is the text.
And this is
Yeah, if I have
that's like
people's-
the textbook,
Yeah,
people's
that's it.
book.
People's book.
Book 1.
And the workbook 1.
So there are 2 of them
There are 2
that
of
each
them.
child needs.
Each child needs.
Okay, how much is that one? You hold the top one, the textbook
The text is 3,000 francs.
for book 1.
For book 1.
Are they the same prices all the way to book 6?
No, the price varies with
Okay.
the classes.
Okay.
As you move onward, the
The
price
prices
also move.
increase. So what
Yes.
is the highest price in the 6th class?
The 6th class, the text is 4,300. The
4,
workbook,
5, 4, 3. Okay.
yeah, the workbook is 2,000.
Okay.
And they
All
move
right.
in that order.
Okay.
That is the series for English language.
You have the same thing for arithmetic, or is it math or something?
For mathematics, we have this is the same thing. You have it.
You use the Cosmos.
Mathematics for primary school, book 1. So a child that was taking basic English book 1 also needs to take the Cosmos Mathematics book 1.
Yes.
That is
and
a
it
people's
has its
book,
workbook.
and that is his workbook.
Cosmos. Okay.
And they have the
So,
same
and
prices.
the same prices, just like for the English.
For the English.
Okay.
That's why they move.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your business.
There is also the languages, the French.
Oh, they have the French.
We're also going to take the French. That is the French for class 1, Parlons Français. book
So
1.
these are like the 3 things that they must have.
The 3 major things that every
Child in primary school.
in primary school you must have.
Oh,
These
my
are situations
goodness.
where the teacher will hardly give you note to write down. You read the text, go
And
back to
you
the
answer the
exercises.
questions.
And the syllabuses of Cameroon is based on the layout of this. That's why they have to cut through the 3
And they
subjects.
have everything
Yes.
has everything
Yeah,
has book
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
2,
6.
3, 4, 5,
6. You find
6.
the work,
And then the
workbook 1, 2,
workbooks.
they run in that order too.
Yeah, that one is called livret.
Parlons Français. Let's
Livret
talk French.
d'activité. That's the
Livret d'activité,
workbook.
that's the workbook.
The livret d'activité.
d'activité.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much,
That's
sir. Okay. Well, I hope you will try to see if we can buy a few of them
By the
and
grace of
send to
God.
the children as we have the means.
By the grace of God.
All right. Thank you very much.